The plant pictured here is Miscanthus sinensis, commonly known as Miscanthus. Now, Miscanthus is a clumping ornamental grass, and so it's going to grow as shown here, typically in a large clump. Now, depending on the cultivar, it can stay 2 to 3 feet tall or get much, much taller. There are a lot of cultivars of Miscanthus sinensis available in the trade, and so the height varies depending on cultivar. And so does the leaf color. So here you can see we have a variegated cultivar of Miscanthus. You can see this one is quite large, and the one on the previous slide was as well, but there are dwarf cultivars of Miscanthus sinensis available. Like many grasses, it has what we call sheathing leaves, so if you look closely at this picture, you'll notice that where the leaf meets the stem, the petiole continues on and wraps around the stem, forming a sheath. In addition, you'll see some hairs right where the petiole meets the stem, and this is pretty typical for a lot of grasses as well. We'll only be covering a few grasses in this class, but if you get really into grass identification, you'll start paying very close attention to that sort of thing. The main ID character for Miscanthus sinensis is that there's a prominently white midrib. So even when you have variegated cultivars, you'll still find a prominently white midrib in the middle of the leaf. And the foliage is quite narrow. It's going to be up to 1 inch in width, sometimes less than that. And it does have finely serrate leaf margins. So if you were to run your hand along those leaf margins, they would feel quite sharp. In addition to that white midrib, if you have the inflorescences present, this can really help you identify Miscanthus sinensis. The inflorescences are tall and stick up above the level of the leaves. They are somewhat of a light tan color, although that can vary by cultivar. And it looks like a bunch of long, finger-like spikes, and they're sort of pubescent. So to remember that inflorescence and what it looks like will really help you identify this plant. It appears in the fall and lasts all the way through the winter. So if you can see that, that's really going to make it easy to identify this plant. And here's what an inflorescence looks like close up. So again, you can see how pubescent it is and how you have this cluster of long, narrow spikes. So with that, we're going to conclude our discussion of Miscanthus sinensis, or Miscanthus.